Hello everybody and welcome to my second video covering the Fortune-inator. So today I'm going to be covering a few of the changes that I've made, as well as talking about some things that you should check out on it after you do copy this into your world, as there will be a schematic available. So some of the changes that I made is that because I have this built up to be a little bit more easily moved, obviously that means that there is going to be some scaffolding between the points like from here to here. This is not necessary for the machine to function, but if you are going to be gluing this together to move, it obviously would be easier to go like that. And now you can move this entire system as one part. Additionally, in order to help out with moving, I was able to remove all the pistons from the redstone except for this one here. So if you do decide to move it around, you may have to break this piston. Additionally, I did do some minor changes to make it so that gravel is caught more frequently, as well as a change to the logic here. Before, the filter on these smart observers was set to make it so that whenever a block that was not an ore, so a block that was on the list, including things like cobblestone, granite, that kind of thing, whenever they were here, the drill would turn on. But now it's set that if an ore, such as coal, is put in front of it, the drill will turn off. If you want to invert this behavior, instead have it operate like it did before, you could, instead of having the power be received into these here, you could instead place a redstone torch right here, and then put the connectors, the redstone links, attach it to this torch here. Now, the reason why you guys might want to do that is that I don't know what custom blocks you're going to have in this world. This filter here just barely covers all of the vanilla ores. So if you are going to be using like a custom mod in which there are a bunch of extra ores, you may want to instead have multiple filters, in which case you would have a second line of this. Instead of having the drill line end here, you're actually going to have a set of it like right here, and then have that set also have its own set of filters to make it so that you can filter out all of the non-ores. Or you could just stick with it breaking a certain list of blocks and having all of the ores being mined with this. I also have made a slight change to the dropper system itself. This spot right here is the input line for the pickaxes, and then this is the output line. These filters will say to take out a pickaxe if it has 1 durability, and that will be outputted from this funnel here, and all of the other item outputs go right here. So if I were to, like put a chest here or something for this shoe, as you can see, the items get outputted from here, including the ores and whatnot. And that's it for the changes. It's not like a huge difference. I mean, like I've moved the power for the all the redstone links right here over to here, but yeah, it's now done, and I have determined that it does work in oceans, so this is going to be quite nice. For power inputs, you're going to be wanting to have something here. Obviously, you want it to be as fast as possible. You're going to be wanting to have another line out here. This one, you are also going to be wanting it to be pretty quick, although this right here is going to be taking care of the speed portion. However, for this, you're going to be wanting to have at least 2,000 SUs available per line you have of this, because it can be expanded out to the length of, I'm pretty sure this one is 16. Yeah, it can go up to being 16 blocks from this way across. And then if you were to put another one of those chassis lines on the opposite side, it could be up to 32 blocks long, wide, and for length, it can be as long as you want it to be. The sweeper will just need to have its length being increased as well, and the sweeper being this mechanical sticky piston. But yeah, if you are going to be increasing the size, you're going to be wanting to have at least 2,000 SUs per length here, because these are going to be running at max speed, and those require each component, the drill and the deployer, require 1,000 SUs of stress when they are running at maximum speed. So you better take care of that. Although I do think it also can function at 128. It's just more consistent and works with deep slate layers better with the drills at the maximum speed. And for this one right here, I've obviously got the windmill here. That's not going to be an issue. So when you do copy this over and you do set up your power inputs, there are going to have to be a few tests that you're going to want to do before you run it over. So the first test is that you're going to want to test that this swings from there to there, and you want to leave it open, and you want to test that this thing, when it does receive power, you could give that a test here by activating this, that it does go all the way out, one block at a time. As you can see, it will take a while, but it will get all the way over. And by the way, I did test. I can't really speed this up without breaking the thing, and then it should reverse all the way back in, and then that should swing back down. And then when you're setting up this thing for the pulley system, you're going to want to be making sure that this is going the correct way. I have adjusted it according to I've adjusted it according to the direction that it is going, and I believe that this is counterclockwise. It goes in input speed reverse, then input speed forward. Just make sure that this is going the correct direction, and then you could give it a quick test. And make sure that you do not do that. Make sure that you do not do that. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's something you definitely don't want to do. That's what happens if you flip this lever when it's not supposed to be flipped. Oh boy. Yeah, either way, I think I just broke the machine. But when you do run the thing, you want to make sure that this goes all the way down and all the way up, and you do want to have to make sure that it is in this position when it goes down, because then when it crosses the threshold the first time, it goes like this, and then when it crosses it again, it will go like this, opening it up. I'm going to actually activate this again. Yeah, so you do want to make sure that this system, when flipped, that goes out and that comes back. As you can see, it can cause a few problems when it doesn't, but this is not going back far enough because the pulley line is there. Okay, here we go. I think I fixed it up. I just need to open this up again, place this here. This is why you should never break stuff. It actually does give me an excuse to test this again. So, lever should be flipped that way. Actually, no, because it is going to be coming back. It needs to be flipped that way. Then you push the button. It goes down, reverses, and comes all the way back up. And now, it should sweep out, and then that should go back down. If you're wanting to be adjusting the height of this, you obviously scroll this more or less, but make sure that you do the same for both ends. And in the schematic, there's a redstone link that's connecting down there to over here. That is so that when this swings open, it will start back up again, but I have both broken the redstone link and that redstone dust there for the sake of not being in pain for having to explain stuff. I'm pretty sure that's it for all the test runs that you're going to have to do when you get started up, as well as, you know, just all the notes, so to speak. I hope you guys appreciate this video, and I will be posting the schematic in the link in the description. Well, I don't know if it's a link in the description or just a download. I haven't messed with schematics very much, but hopefully it doesn't destroy everything. But yeah, thinking of destroying everything. Be very careful when you glue all this together. You might want to destroy some of the glue near the sweeper, otherwise the machine will break. You have been warned. Like, as you can see, I've got the glue down here intact. Could just toss the glue down there in addition. And maybe even glue in, like, a few bits over here. However, I'm not touching anything next to the sweeper. Because when I did, the machine was trying to push itself. It was very bad. But I hope you guys have a very good day, and I will be seeing you guys around.